Welcome to this explainer. Okay, before we dive into the mechanics of building modern digital platforms, I want you to take just a second and think about the biggest apps sitting on your phone right now. You know, the ones that handle massive amounts of data, millions of users, and non-stop updates. Whether you're piecing together a brand new startup or managing a really sprawling enterprise application, understanding the underlying framework that powers that kind of digital presence is absolutely crucial. So today we're going to unpack the mechanics of Django, which is easily one of the most trusted technologies in the entire world of software engineering.
So here's the big question. How do modern businesses actually scale without crashing? Honestly, scaling securely is the ultimate challenge today. We live in a world where apps are constantly talking to each other, and user traffic? Well, that can spike from 10 users to 10 million literally overnight. Organizations desperately require technologies that can accelerate innovation and handle all that massive, unpredictable growth without ever compromising on performance or reliability. Because let's face it, if your architecture isn't built to scale smoothly, it is inevitably going to crack under the pressure.
Well, enter Django. It's this incredible Python-based powerhouse that actually runs behind the scenes of absolute giants like Instagram, Spotify, and Pinterest, allowing them to scale without breaking a sweat. It's emerged as a globally trusted web framework precisely because it addresses these intense, evolving demands head-on. By supporting comprehensive database management, seamless API integrations, and highly scalable deployment strategies, Django gives developers the exact tools they need to create really sophisticated web applications and do it incredibly efficiently.
Today, we're going to break this down into 5 key pillars. We'll look at the modern web demand, powerful backend architecture, security by default, cloud-native innovation, and finally, the future-ready framework. All right, let's kick things off with part 1, the modern web demand, and how we actually accelerate innovation. Because today's businesses have to juggle multiple, super intense demands all at the exact same time. Think about it. You can't just have global scalability if your security is compromised, right? And rapid digital transformation means absolutely nothing if the user experience is clunky and frustrating. Organizations are continuously expanding their digital footprints across the globe, which means the underlying technology has to be highly intelligent, completely secure, and exceptionally performant to support real, sustainable business growth over the long haul. Which brings us to part 2, laying down a rock-solid foundation with a powerful backend architecture. You know, the success of any modern web application depends significantly on the strength of its backend. Django uses what's called an MVT, or Model View Template Pattern. I like to think of it like a well-run restaurant. The model is your pantry, securely holding all your data ingredients. The view is the chef executing a logic and preparing the meal, and the template is that beautiful plate presented to the user. This is a brilliant separation because it keeps your multidisciplinary developers and designers from stepping on each other's toes. Your teams can collaborate so much faster because the code stays highly organized and maintainable. Now, traditionally, managing those databases meant writing massive, complex SQL queries that were tedious and, honestly, could easily break. Django totally changes the game here with an ORM, an Object Relational Mapping System. It's literally like a universal translator, letting you use clean, readable, simple Python code to talk to highly complex databases. This streamlines your development, ensures compatibility with industry-leading database technologies, and just massively boosts your team's day-to-day productivity. And think about this for a second. How many developers have lost sleep building internal admin dashboards from scratch? It is notoriously time-consuming. But Django handles all that heavy lifting of database management and hands you a fully functional automatic admin panel right out of the box instantly. It takes a really tedious task that usually requires weeks of work and turns it into seconds. This frees your developers up to actually focus on building the core product, improving efficiency across the entire board. Okay. Moving on to part 3, security by default. We've laid the foundation, now we need to fortify the walls. Because security? That's an absolutely non-negotiable fundamental requirement. Instead of manually patching vulnerabilities and just crossing your fingers hoping you didn't miss a loophole, Django actually builds a shield directly into its DNA. It automatically defends against devastating web vulnerabilities like SQL injections or CSRF, which, if you don't know, are basically malicious tricks designed to force users to execute unwanted actions. By integrating these security principles directly throughout its architectural design, Django ensures sensitive information stays protected completely automatically. Plus, it handles the heavy security overhead completely seamlessly for you. We're talking secure user registration, rigorous password hashing, granular role-based access controls, and really safe session handling. Because Django gives you highly sophisticated, enterprise-grade compliance right out of the gate, organizations don't have to waste time building these complex authorization mechanisms from scratch. You can prioritize innovation without ever sacrificing data protection, letting you and your users sleep a lot better at night.
All right, part 4. With our secure walls in place, let's talk about cloud-native innovation, or launching this thing into the sky. When it is finally time to launch, Django is just incredibly versatile and flows perfectly into modern delivery pipelines. It's a very dynamic journey. You build agilely, pack your application into a neat, secure container, run it through automated continuous integration and testing, and then just seamlessly deploy it out to global clouds like AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud Platform. This pipeline really accelerates how quickly your development teams can respond to changing business requirements, all while maintaining exceptional performance anywhere in the world.
And it's also the ultimate team player. Modern platforms rely heavily on interconnected technologies, and Django acts as the perfect connective tissue in modern tech stacks. It seamlessly bridges flexible front ends using REST APIs with cutting-edge emerging technologies like artificial intelligence and machine learning right inside the Python ecosystem. So whether you're building an integrated SaaS application or a really data-heavy AI platform, Django integrates flawlessly with the tools of today and tomorrow.
So why does all this matter to you? Well, because whether you're building a highly secure, heavily regulated financial services app or a massively interactive educational tool, Django ensures you aren't boxed in. Its rapid development capabilities empower developers to build intelligent digital ecosystems that transform your innovative concepts into scalable products incredibly efficiently. You are literally building on a platform completely designed to evolve alongside whatever technological breakthroughs happen next.
Which leads us perfectly into our final section, Part 5. Sustainable innovation and being a truly future-ready framework.
There is a prevailing thought out there that the future of web development absolutely demands technologies prioritizing security, scalability, and seamless user experiences. And Django remains a top-tier framework globally because it takes those really demanding priorities and turns them into a baseline reality for developers. As digital transformation continues to rapidly reshape industries all over the world, this strong commitment to secure, maintainable software development ensures that you can confidently create apps capable of adapting to entirely new user expectations. Building for the future literally means preparing for the unknown. So I want you to look at your own digital architecture right now. Is it built on a foundation strong enough to scale, secure enough to trust, and flexible enough to handle whatever comes next? Think about it. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Now go out there and build something